If you are unhappy with your current work experience but have no idea what to do, this is something you need to hear. Maybe you're wondering if all of your experience was a waste so far, and if you have to choose between making good money and doing something meaningful. Maybe you're judging yourself for not being happy with what you have. Here's what you should know. You are allowed to want something that feels more authentic to you and who you are in this moment. And while I can't offer you a new work situation in this very moment, I can help you shift your energy around this so that by the time you finish this video, you are feeling a bit better. I can also validate that I've been there, and I know tons of people who have been there, and we've moved through this and come out the other side, and you can too. Before we do anything, let's take a moment to get grounded, because when you're feeling overwhelmed or confused, this is the place to start. You can keep your eyes open or closed. We're going to go ahead and just put our feet flat on the floor. Feel that sense of grounding between your feet and the floor. And also notice where your hips and your chair meet. Just take a moment and get a sense of the support from your chair, and also notice how you're sitting in your chair. You need to lean back a little or to one side or the other. And let's focus on your breath. How is your breathing in this moment? Have you been breathing today? Oftentimes, overwhelm can happen if we're not breathing in deeply and fully. So go ahead and just take a moment to really notice your breath. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale fully. Also, before we move on, let's do a quick body scan just to check in with your body to see how you're feeling. Let's start at the top of your head and just feel if there's any tension, any sensations you feel as you focus on the top of your head. And let's shift into your face, if there's any pressure points in your face. And also your jaw. Is your jaw tight or loose? Is it clenched? Can you move it around a little? Shift down next into your neck. If there's any pain points or any sensations in your neck. Down into your chest. If there's any heaviness or lightness. And your stomach. We oftentimes hold lots of emotion in our stomach. If there's any ball of emotion that you're feeling, any upsetness. Let's also focus on your shoulders. If there's any tenseness, tightness in your shoulders, in your back, upper, mid, lower, just a quick scan to see how it feels. Let's shift down to your hips, if there's any tightness there. And finally, your legs, hamstrings, calves, ankles, feet, toes. And we can go ahead and open our eyes. Now that we're feeling a bit more grounded, let's start with the thoughts you're currently thinking. There are thoughts you think that don't help you and thoughts you think that do help you. And you can tell by the way you feel which is which. Your work is simply to reach for a better feeling thought. For example, if you find yourself thinking thoughts like, "It'll always be this way," "I'll never be happy with my work experience," those thoughts have the energy of discouragement. A better feeling thought might be something like, "Well, I've been unhappy in other areas of my life before, and I was able to make a shift there, so maybe I can do it here." Or, I wish I had left this job last year because I'd be so much further along in my journey. But now is better than never. The thought that resonates with you will depend on where you currently are. And sometimes you can't think the thought that will help. You might need to write it down or say it out loud instead. If you're having trouble coming up with a thought and you've decided to write it out, but you're not sure what to write, just start writing and something will absolutely come out. Once you think a better feeling thought, go a bit further with it. I'm going to give you an example of how it might sound, but for it to be even more effective, you'll want to come up with some thoughts yourself. I've been unhappy in other areas of my life before, and I was able to make a shift there, so maybe I could do it here. I don't need to know the exact answer to what I should do next right now. I could just spend some time paying attention to the things I enjoy, and that might give me a clue. And I know some of the people I know enjoy their jobs. Maybe I'll ask them how they decided what it was that they wanted to do. And while I don't know exactly what I want to do yet, I do know that I love the feeling of synergy where I'm working with others and come up with an idea, and then they come up with an idea, and we go back and forth, and it leads to something way better than I could do all by myself. And I love feeling productive and helpful and like I'm really good at what I do. I know that I love helping people and the feeling I get from being valued and seen and heard. Yes, I do know how I want to feel, and I can actually feel some of that right now. As I'm talking about this and remembering times when I felt this, and the only reason we ever want anything is because we believe we'll feel better in the having of it. And I can have that feeling right now, this very second. In fact, I feel it now more than I did just a few moments ago. So maybe there's something to this whole thing about thinking better feeling thoughts. How are you feeling right now? Any better? If you wanted to shift even further, you could take a couple of minutes right now while you're in this mode and write down a few better feeling thoughts that resonate for your specific situation. And if you'd like to dive a bit deeper, head over to my website to take my free masterclass, How to Get Unstuck, Why You Might Be Feeling This Way, and How to Move Forward. The link is in the description. Thank you for spending some time with me. I hope to see you soon.